I forgot to screen share. That's all right. Give me a moment. Hello, Chloe. We're going to give a few minutes. Let our brains settle with some frequencies. Just have to share it. This program's a little slow. Hi, Mitch Gander. In and out, hands full. No problem, Mitch. We'll get in contact, don't worry. You'd have to be on panel to take advantage of the private chat. We'll go over to YouTube here for a second. And I'll put that link up. Pin that message. Hi, beloved. Good to see you. Hi, Chloe. At work, but we'll at you later if there's a class. Yeah, there's going to be a class tonight. Dudes and dudettes. Good to see you. That's funny. So I'm hoping this is going to be a panel. I don't want to get started too early on you. Might be a few people popping in who want to have their discussion about this. But we have the three basic levels of temptation, right? Let's just lower that down. Stream, where am I? There we are. You have like money, power, and sex. Basic three elements used and abused for their attributes. This is an open panel, so anyone wants to come up can come on up. Link is pinned up there. Unless I think you're just here to LARP us, then no. So there were aspects, sorry, I had to eat a donut there. There were aspects of this that I wanted to get into. First of all, let's look at money. Okay. To be tempted by money. What does that mean? Like, what is it used for? Well, it's used to get people to do good, do stuff. Generally, in these days, it's to get people to do stuff that work. We work for money. But people do nefarious things for money, right? Would you sell your family members for money? That's being done right now. And that's for money that we... Oh, is there somebody else there? The D, I think. How do I do this again? I don't know who D, no image is, but we'll give it a try. I got a 10-second delay, so... Hello.
Hello, it's the Michigander.
Hey, Mitch. Okay. Yeah, you can pop that into private chat, your number.
Yeah, I'm trying to locate it. I don't memorize my phone number because I'm a weirdo. I never call my phone.
Okay. Well, this one doesn't have a private chat. Oh, shit. Sorry about that, dude. No. Orange captions, QR codes. Just has chat. Oh, there is a private chat. Okay. It's down in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to figure out how to mute it. How do you mute it?
Are you on a computer or a phone?
A phone.
That might be difficult.
Nice.
I can mute you.
Okay, I'm going to come back up in a second, okay?
Sure. Why don't you come on up, beloved? You always have lots to say. What do you say about the love of money? See, that's one thing people get wrong. It's not that money is the root of all evil. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Temptation is simply vasanas, inclinations that come with ego. Well, money can provide survival. What if you had only one source of it? You know, as we really do now, we only have one source of mostly anything, unless you have your own land. But even then, you still have to pay taxes. You still have to make products of some sort to gain the money. So I don't know. Is it just ego? That's not really ego. That's survival, isn't it? We're talking more like, the love of money, the willingness to do anything for it, go to any depths, deprave yourself, deprave others, you know? Is money natural? Hmm. Maybe in a way. Might be natural to us, not that it, well, in nature, there are birds that build nests to attract mates. That's kind of a form of possession or things that attract mates. Men use cars, uh, muscles. Women use their charms. Let's not get into that one right now. But in the monetary sense, they do. Uh, so we got two different opinions. Money is money natural? No. Yes. I kind of think it could be in some sense. Some type of exchange. We're always exchanging things. There you go. All right, you're up. Sip. So really, it's the love of money, though. Let's discuss that, because it is a temptation for people, right? How many of you love money, or how many of you would like to have $1 million? Would that, you know, you could buy a big plot of land. Is that the love of money? What's the barrier? Is there a barrier? Like, if you have anything, is that the love of money? If you have nothing, are you living the only true life? I don't know. Jesus said to sell all your possessions and follow him. I don't know where. I think he told you to give the money to the poor. These days, you'd be asked to give it to the church or a charity of some sort. You know, that would be the role it takes. Even the Jehovah's Witnesses, they used to get everybody to sell all their stuff, give their money to the church. We're doing it about every 10 to 20 years. And Okay, let me get that number down. They stopped doing it for a while. I don't know if they have a new date. Uh, okay, let me check if I've got that right. That's wrong. Okie dokie. Michigander is typing in a number here, and he typed it in wrong. Backwards typing and everything. Oh, wow. For the love of money, the OJs. Ah, fuck money, give me the truth. Hmm. Give you a true life, you know. What's life without money, right? What do? You trade, you barter. Try that again, Michigander. Nope, he's gone. Okay, he's back. Yeah, we see a lot of love for money these days. Your president's selling you out for a few $1,000,000, as far as we know, to the Chinese. We have the WHO trying to take control of us, which leads us to our next on the list is power. People are tempted by power. Christ was tempted he was tempted by the devil with money, power, and the world. And these people, they're being tempted with money, power, and supposed immortality. It's messing up. That sucks. Let me close that down. There we go. That'll probably help. Tell me how it is now. You mean the sound or just the program? It won't let you post anything? Oh, that's in photos. Hey, Three Fingers, good to see you. You try not to touch cash? I only use cash, really. That's what I exclusively use is cash. They're pushing towards the digital dollar, and unless you have cash or commodities you could trade, you're not going to have much of anything, unfortunately. Looks like Mitch is gone. Okay. So we're talking about the love of money, temptations to be tempted. Now, is there any benefit to you to be tempted by money and refuse it? What are the benefits of that? I suppose dignity, self-respect. All hail the tail. Just won an auction on eBay. Bose computer speakers. Got them new for 1/3 of the retail price. What about that? Is that the love of money? I don't know. Thanks, Max. That's perfect. So me just get something going here. Say hello, Max. There's the hero of the show. Dear God. Okay, let me do something here. Money only has the power we give it. Yeah, it's just a tool. Do you love a hammer or a wrench? No. Good point. Okay, Max, you're not really being all that helpful. I do appreciate your presence. But the benefits of refusing money or refusing being bribed or tempted, do you think I think there are actual physical benefits to that. Not just the sense of pride knowing you don't need it, or the sense of honor, or even being above somebody. I think it's all of those things. I think all of those things, refusing to be tempted, makes you a bigger person spiritually. May even make you a bigger person physically. I don't know. But the self-respect that comes with refusing to be tempted by, to be bribed, to cheat. I think that's and it's almost be like an honor, right? You could almost hold it like a badge of honor for yourself, you know, lifting yourself up. Who's been tempted by $1 million? I haven't. I don't know what that would do. Elon Musk said, in a speech, they're coming after you. What are you going to do? Are you going to something like that? He was talking and he said, "Give me money. I don't want it." Now that's a thing to say for somebody who's a billionaire. Offer me money, I'll refuse it. When you're in a billionaire's position, it's pretty easy to refuse any money. But if you're poor and destitute, say disabled, and they offer you money, what would you do then? Able-bodied people are able to refuse money. Elon, yeah. Yeah, right? Offer me money, I don't need it. He's got enough, right? Who knows if it's actually his money or not, but he has access to a lot of it anyway. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's all tied up. Could be. Of course, we had Bill Gates saying he was going to be giving all his money to charity. And he did. He opened up a charity and gave it to that charity, right? So that's not really giving away. And he's made money off of it. He's allowed the type of charity that they've constructed allows him to draw off money off that charity. So, tax free. It's a good system. It's a pretty good system. As the rich get richer. But they've been working on this, for generations, really. But putting it into legislation and getting it all passed that these LLCs, I think they're limited liability corporations, LLCs, and charitable organizations, they've manipulated the laws so that they can use them to dump all their money in, you know. What's this money you speak of? Never heard of it. Yeah. What about you guys in chat? What if you were offered $1 million? I'm not going to put any. I don't know. Let's put a limitation on it. Yeah. Let's see. What kind of a stipulation? Give up one friend for $1 million. Would you do it? Or what if you had to lose a finger? Beloved says sip, which I'm going to assume means yes, he would take the $1 million. $1 is a lot of money, you know. Seeing as you've never heard of it, you know. What about power? What if you were offered power? That's the next on my list is power. Everyone, what if you were offered magic power? What if you were offered, oh no, not YouTube. Give up YouTube, yeah. What if you had to give up YouTube for $1 million? There you go. Would you do it? Could you do it? Oh yeah, tell me if the sound's okay, guys. I had to switch to this program, Michigander, because the sound is cacking out on StreamYard, so I had to come over here. This is Restream. Restream, yeah. Well, you can even get rid of that. Oh, you probably have to pay. So what if you were offered power? Sound is good, thanks, Realist. Magical power, political power, power over humans, power over elements. What kind of power would you take? We always, in my class, we're using the power of knowledge to try to predict what's going to happen, to see what's happened in the past. Is that power? Sound is low, but it's my speakers. Okay, you can't adjust the volume. Oh, okay. You lose the knob? Hi, Elderberry. Good to see you. Right now, we're searching for power of knowledge. Is that the love of power? I suppose again, it kind of depends on how you use that power. Hey, Tex-Mex. Good to see you. Talking about temptation, whether it's good for you, bad for you. Is it good to be tempted and refuse it? Power to take all their weapons away. Is that overstepping your bounds? Does that enter into free will? I suppose they could run around and kill each other with sticks and stones, right? If they really wanted to. So taking all their weapons away, you'd like that power. Okay. People have asked for that power in the past. That would be a good thing to do, right? Just dissolve all weapons or something. I don't know how it would work. Hi, So. But would that power be a good power to have? I suppose, again, it depends on how you use it, right? What if you took all the weapons away from us and giant aliens came and invaded without weapons, just clobbering people? I don't know. Just making up the end of it. I suppose that would be a good power, you know? Oh, there's something going on there. That is, I think it's Michigander again.
Yes, sir. Yeah, everything I typed into that private chat came across backwards. The number was right, but it was backwards. So if you
Oh,
started
God.
with none, I swear to gosh, even when I typed the conversation in, it was coming in backwards. So the first word is the last word, and the last word is the first word. If you read it backwards, it'll be right.
Okay, I see that. Yeah. Okay, so you've got the right numbers just backwards.
Yes, sir. I don't know what's going on with that program, but I'll try it
Okay.
again just to
Well,
prove the
I
point.
can just reverse it. I can just reverse the number. So
No, I don't think so. Let me check. Yep, yep. Nope,
oh, okay,
not
it's
right.
wrong.
It's
Okay.
not. It's not right.
Okay.
Well, hold on a second. Theoretically, then I should be able to type my number in backwards, and it should be correct, right?
Theoretically, yeah.
Okay, here. Let me try that once. I'm serious. That's wild. I've never seen the phones or tech do that before.
That's I've never seen anything like this either. Yeah, he's got written wrong. That's wrong. That's uh, what the fuck. Backwards typing is everything. Backwards number is right. Backwards coming. All it's real for I'm. It's, that is the strangest thing I've ever seen.
That's the case, Max. I just put my number in backwards, and it came across right.
Okay.
That's unbelievable, dude. I've never seen that before. If that ain't tech harassment, I don't know what is.
That's
That
hilarious.
is so wild. No kidding, dude. Unbelievable.
So, what power would you have if you could have any power?
Kind of like that one lady said, take their weapons away.
Yeah. I don't know. Does that come with any repercussions? Wouldn't seem like it does it? You know?
No, but even if it did, I'd sacrifice myself to make sure others weren't hurt. It doesn't sound like that big of a deal, kind of. You know, if you knew that your end was going to be the beginning for billions and millions, I'd give it up.
Yeah. I brought a Bramberg amethyst crystal. Cool.
But yeah, I tapped into something, and when you get done with this, if you give me a call, I wouldn't mind talking to you about it.
All
I gotta
right.
go. I gotta go pick up a truck here in a couple hours, but other than that, I'll pretty much be free.
Okay. Cool. I'll be on
Thank
here
you,
for a couple hours till about 5, another hour and a half.
thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. What was that? My friend had trouble getting images backwards too. I think it was his camera. This was typing though. That was bizarre. He was typing everything and it was coming out backwards. The words were in the right order, like you could read the words properly. Like this first one here, wrong that's, right? He's got capital T. You know, it's the word is spelt right, but it's in the wrong spot. He says that's wrong. It's supposed to be, but it's wrong that's. It's hilarious. It's ridiculous. And backward WTF, backwards typing is everything. And you can read the words, like the words come out in the right way. just the sentence is backwards. And then when he typed out his number, just the number came out backwards, and I think it was out of order as well. But he retyped it in backwards and it came out right. That's ridiculous. Hi Temperance, how you doing? So what power would you have? He's right-handed, but the videos show him left-handed. Okay. Wow. That's bizarre. I don't know what these things are doing. Alpha Omega Seen God. Yeah, the 4th is coming up, the 4th of October, when they're going to supposedly test that system. I don't know what's going to happen then. People are getting really hyped up about it. I don't think it's going to be anything but a test. There might be a reverse image option that got turned on. Maybe. Yeah, I have no idea. Or codes? I don't know. Cute. Just say no. Yeah. So we've all pretty much agreed the power to get rid of all weapons would be a good one. Now, would that get rid of all, like, what about slingshots? Would that get rid of slingshots? Or just swords? What about those? Knives? You going to get rid of butter knives? I'd kill you with a butter knife. Kill you with a spoon if it's really sharp. So you're going to have to selectively get rid of weapons. That's the thing, though. So we'll still have some weapons, but not all weapons, right? Is that how it works? I don't know. Saying no to power. We all love power. We're searching for power of mind. That's a good search. Power of spirit. That's a good search. So power itself, like most people don't like the idea of money, and the love of money certainly isn't good. Power, the quest for power, I don't know. Is that a bad thing, or is it a good thing, or is it both? Hi, Mrs. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi, sorry. It's just the butt hurt weapons that are bad. Subconscious mind of human, keep your power up. Yeah. And stuff. But yeah, power of spirit, power to change things. We all search for power, kind of. People do it in relationships. We do it with our muscles, our minds. And those aren't bad. But anything can be taken to its extreme and cause problems in life, right? Hi, Off the Hook. Good to see you. Again, if anyone wants to come up, I believe the link is pinned. Let me just check. Yeah, cool. Aloha. Are you in Maui? Because that's October 4th. I think what they're doing with that, it's a rain like Maui. Great to see you too. Okay. Awesome. Oh, it looks like an L. um, Maui, they arranged it with the green lasers from China, and China had their satellites over at the time those green lasers came down, and then and that was ranging, finding their targets and ranging their weapons. And then after that, when they hit it with the wildfire or the winds and the wildfire, that's when they hit it. There's a lot of videos coming out now about like all the survivors have gone in and taken images of cars in the middle of the highway with no grass, nothing burnt around them, uh, just the car burnt. Grasses around them are fine. There was a fence that was burnt, but it didn't burn the grass around it. You know, yeah, they just laser us. Have to wear blue hats, guys. So we'll have to become blue hats. It doesn't burn through blue, apparently. So get your blue hat. Yeah, no need for nukes. Well, and nukes are so dirty, right? You don't want to wipe everything out. You want to bulldoze the things you want to bulldoze. And hi, James. Good to see you, buddy. Bulldoze the things you don't want and keep the stuff you do want. Like Oprah Winfrey, her property was just fine, but that's because she hired a fire crew about 3 or 4 days before to come and guard her land. So she was pretty sure that her land was going to be safe. It is, yeah. It's almost impossible not to see that as a land grab. It's impossible. Yeah, that's entirely what it was. So they're using their power to destroy, right? They're using their power to take what little everybody else has. Like, how sick is that? You know, they have more than they could ever possibly use, but they want more. Yeah, right, Elderberry, paint your house in blue. Yeah, you're gonna have to wear blue shirts, blue hats, so you don't get burnt up by the laser. Carry a blue umbrella, you'll be fine. They're using infrared apparently uh, to get through the cloud cover. High intensity infrared. Yeah, they said in the Bible that I believe this is the destruction of the earth will not happen by water but by fire, right? So they're following the script for sure, you know. So what kind of power do they use for that, right? They use their power of money and their love of money. Is it really love of money for them, or does it just become power, right? The power they exert. The ninth island of Las Vegas. Nice. UN blue. Yeah, exactly. That's so the trucks don't burn up. But they're using their power to get planes to fly over. Ships in the sea, in the ocean are out there chemtrailing as well. They have boats. We always think of just planes, but they have boats doing it as well, uh, with stacks or I don't know what they have. I've never seen weapons of that type. With most nautical licenses, you don't travel off the radar and the shipping paths. You're supposed to stay on the shipping paths. Only fishermen go out into odd areas, and even there, I think they're restricted. So you really don't see them except in the satellite images. You can see that the boats are out there chemtrailing as well. They did the same in Malibu. Exactly. Where are you? I'm in on southern Ontario. So I'll be, if they make the landslide, I'll be on that. Bible Babble, Parables, What is Fire? In my soul are your hands. What is your power? But they have the power of that money to cause chemtrails, to cause a storm. And then they have satellites that they can use to cause fire. You know, Las Vegas, Hawaii? I don't know if there is a Las Vegas, Hawaii. Is there? That would be cool. Yeah, if you need a car soon, get a blue one. And get some blue tint for the window, right? I wonder if there's a shortage on blue umbrellas right now. But they use that power. They use the power of satellites, so they use the power of the weather to attack us. They use the power of planes and boats. They're using a lot of power, producing a lot of carbon to cause us some grief. It's an island joke? Okay. Hawaiians refer to Las Vegas as the ninth island. Okay. Blue umbrella, yeah. True blue. Hi, Michelle. Blue Umbrella, good song by John Prime. Now they're using the power of their money too to purchase that land that they burnt. You know, it's all power, uh, whether it's money, influence. It's all power being used wrong. Then there's the other side, power that could be used right. Have them juju. Well, I don't think it's just them entirely there. The Red Bull, the Red Heifer? I don't know. Free cremation, yeah. That is exactly true. And they have found, I've seen video of school buses, and apparently they're on a military base. So there's a good chance the islanders are saying that they've lost somewhere between 500 and 1,000 children. Um, Now that's for power as well, right? If they're using them or if they've got them for the purposes that we believe they have, extractions, uh, you know, using them for God knows what, slaves, parts, juices, uh, you know, they run the gambit, and we know that because of the witnesses. That's not a joke, no. How you doing, Paula? Good to see you. So that's the kind of powers that they use, and that's what they do with their power. Yeah, it could be all of those things too, right? They probably sort them into categories. One's for harvesting, one's for slavery of different sorts, and yeah, it's sick. I was trying to look for another way of using those lasers. Well, we could use them to. We could have climate control. We could have. They could even out the atmosphere to a point where everybody pretty much had rain at night every couple of days and sunny days almost every day. So they could water at night or in the early morning like you're supposed to. And then they could, all you have to do is set up some ripples. Hi, D Ocean, good to see you. Hey, Pamela Jean. They could use those weather modification weapons to cause rains when we need rains, where we need rains, to heat up the oceans to increase the amount of moisture and bring it down where we need to. They can do all of those things, but they use just to use it as weaponry, right? Grow better crops, right? That's how I've been programming. Good. Yeah, there's much better use for it than what they do, you know. Um, they could change the spectrum of it to a beneficial spectrum and use that for healing. Some of the red spectrum infrared, like they're using, you know, these lasers, they could be, you've seen in medical facilities, they have uh, red light therapy. They could do that with the lasers as well, you know. There's there are so many beneficial things. Mining. What even about just mining? Um, I always thought when I was a kid that a neat idea would be to turn portions of the desert into basins using just the sand, so that if you had basins of glass covered with sand, they would fill with water, and the water would stay there, and you'd probably promote plant growth. So it'd be like setting up an underlayer of permanent rock that holds moisture above it. And then the sand would, so they could melt the deserts. I thought that would be a really cool idea. That was when I was a kid. I don't know if it would work. I don't know if it wouldn't. Be a good idea to test, though. Something to try. So they could use that type of power that way. There are places like bogs. I don't know if a bog could use a good wetting or a good drying out. I don't know. What's that? Ego is doing it all? Yep, absolutely. The good and the bad, yeah. Have a close relationship with nature will do it, yeah. The elements love you, yeah, they love us all. But yeah, that power could be used to create new weather zones. It could create new weather patterns. We could have a completely climate controlled atmosphere without disasters, you know. If we did that, we could probably, if they have the ability to use their power on the plate tectonics, right, on the very Earth itself. Well, we could, find places that are unstable, move people out of them, flatten those areas out. We could mold the planet if we wanted. Um, I don't know if we want to, but we could probably raise sea levels, lower sea levels, um, create new spaces in the earth, new lakes. Be good to have a few lakes out in the middle of the deserts. That type of thing. So their power could be used for good, but they're using it for control. I'm sure that they probably know how to even out the weather. They certainly know how to keep weather out of areas. They can keep areas dry. They can keep areas seemingly wet, you know, amplify storms. They can probably diminish storms by now just by hitting the center of. They could probably even plan back to the point of not even letting hurricanes or tornadoes start. If you see any gentle breeze that's coming up from the south, you know. Hi, Scotty boy. Oh, hi, Dee. Didn't see you there. I was busy watching chat.
Hi there.
It's all the way on the other side of the screen.
Of course, I love this subject because what do you think I'm doing? But I'm doing all this.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yep.
is what I'm working on all that time.
Yeah.
Is one of the things I'm trying to teach other people is
Yeah.
successful weather manipulation
We
and
were
so
doing
on.
the smudgeoning, and we should continue with the smudgeoning. That's.
Oh, absolutely. That's your project, and I'm behind it.
Yeah.
I'm behind you there on that.
Yeah, there's other groups
supporting it.
with other things they're working on. We don't have a completely united front on any one subject, but that's not what it takes. So, yeah, you're doing a good job with the weather. You helped with the wildfires, so that was awesome.
We are helping with the wildfires.
They're still
So
going.
far, we've gotten some storms stepped down.
Yeah.
Some things like that. We've done that. We might be able to, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to. Well, why would we not be able to control the tilting when it happens? If there's going to be a polar shift, why would we not be able to control that too? I think we could.
Probably.
I mean, if that is going to happen, but I'm not convinced it's going to happen anytime that soon.
Well,
But
the Schumann resonance is affected by human consciousness, so
yeah,
that's one effect on it. Now, the human consciousness right now is being steered towards the idea of a pole shift causing a shift in the Earth's surface. I'm not one that
right.
believes that. I don't believe that happens, but a lot of people do, and I don't know. With enough belief, could they make it happen? I don't know. It's possible.
I gotta go. It's probably possible for them, but I think I'm leaving them behind in that reality and going on to a better one. I gotta go. Love you guys.
All right. Bye, Dee.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right. Doing the grocery store soon. Nice. I got Suzanne out getting products for stew. I'm having some stew tonight. Every subject is related to ego, so that makes it easy to relate and stuff. Yeah. And stuffs? No, I don't know about that, Scotty boy. Glad you're doing better? Yeah. I wasn't ill or anything, if you're asking me. If you're talking to James, I'm not sure. I don't believe in the polar shift. If we were going to die, they would not have laid so many trails. Yeah. Well, see, in the pole itself, like the magnetic pole, it's moving right now, right? And they say that there are layers laid down in different directions because the magnetic pole was different. But they don't say that the magnetic layers were laid down in a different direction because the Earth was in a different direction. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. I do agree with that, Pamela Jean. So I don't think that's really going to happen. How many realities are there? I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on the one. I'm kind of a boring proponent of the one reality with multiple dimensions on top of it. That's kind of my universe, how I believe it kind of works. I have pole shifts every day, no magnet needed. Okay. That's good, Scotty boy. So we're talking about power. Or at least we're trying to. We get off subject a lot. So what kind of power, you know, there would be good powers and there could be bad powers. Remote viewing is a power. I think it's a good power. Although I think they try to suppress it, but they certainly do shadow ban me quite a lot. So that's a power that I'm searching for, is the ability to remote view. Many of you are doing the same thing, and that's a power. Yeah, right. We're a paradox. I'm going to modify what you're saying there, Pamela G. We're a duality. We're a paradox. Evil power is not within our duality. I don't know. Is it or isn't it? What if you were so hungry? So hungry, right? Yeah, I got two strings and they're not the same length. They're short. One's shorter than the other. Don't focus on it, Scotty. You want me to cut them off? Would that be better? I'll just let them dangle there for a while. Let you decide. Having some OCD there? That's not good. See, there's power now. I have the power to cave to Scotty's OCD or not to cave to Scotty's OCD. He likes things balanced. These aren't the same length. Not even close. It's a beautiful day here, too. It's pretty warm out. I was outside earlier. I'll just look at my keyboard. If there was a reality, then everything in it would be real. And real things can't change because they wouldn't be real anymore. So there would be no change in reality. What about multiple realities? You believe in multiple realities? It's not that bad, Scotty boy. You can deal with it. I do have scissors right here, right at hand. I could just reach back and... Oh, what do we have here? Smoking in G. How you doing?
Hi, everybody. I am doing just great. I'm just setting myself up here. Yeah, I love your topics.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I love your chat. I just have to say that everybody is very informative or very humorous, and we know who we're talking about.
Awesome. So what do you think of temptation, money, and power?
Oh, all of the control systems?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, earlier I was just on my own show and I was talking about something similar.
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry.
No, that's no problem. There's 10,000 shows coming at everybody all the time. I'm following this one show. I forget his last name. His first name is Jason. I'll put his link in chat after I jump down.
Yeah.
He has this theory that when we figure things out, what we're on, what realm we're in, and all of that, that it has a construct to reset us. the resets are because we figure out the cage, so to speak, and we're trying to get out of it.
A lot of people believe that the world's a prison planet, right?
Or something. Yeah.
Do you?
I like to envision it as a terrarium.
It's rare.
Yeah.
It's G sharp. You're asking who's talking.
Oh yes. Hi everybody.
It's G.
Yeah, smoking in G sharp.
Oh,
I've
there
been
we
in
go.
a hiatus a little bit. So now I'm coming back and I'm doing my what I call panel hopping.
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
So, what about the power to get rid of all weapons? Would that be a good power? I guess you haven't been here for that long. So.
Yeah.
That's one thing we decided was probably a good power, right? So,
Yeah. Unfortunately, the weapon is in our realm. Well, you mean absolutely all of them, from the itty bitties in your hand to the big ones that they say they're going to shoot off at everybody. That
yeah.
all of them?
So, not. I don't think all power. I don't know. What about knives? What about spoons and butter knives? Because that
Oh
could
yeah.
still kill you.
Well, then
So
it
you
just
kind of have to. You
then it
kind of
goes
have
to.
to. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say then we're going to the thought police.
Yeah.
After that,
Yeah.
I mean, where does it stop?
Yeah. Well, who has that power? How do they use it? That makes a big difference as well, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's a personal power, or do you have to enforce it on people, right? Like, if you want to get rid of all weapons, do you have to go and get all the weapons? Or are you just going to make them disappear with your mind,
Only if we could.
Yeah, right?
It's a big, it's a big wish. I was going to say thank you, not no.
I not know. Didn't see you. I saw you.
And
Great live earlier. Good. Thank you.
and Michelle Canham Free. Yes, I get mistaken for being a Mel. I guess I have a Mel handle. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah. It's just me and music and smoking. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Michelle asks a very important question. What is the SIP word? It means nothing, Michelle. I'm going to yell. It means absolutely nothing. It's a useless word, but it's funny. So
Are there people sipping in chat?
it means nothing. Scotty's gulping now. He's not sipping.
Of course. And we know what he's gulping.
It means sip in peace, says beloved. Okay. Yeah, right, Michelle? Probably means something like, dirty or mean or something.
No.
I suppose it depends on the sender, right? You can get a sip from some person, it's a good thing. Get a sip from another person, it's like a diss or something. Like they're disrespecting you. I don't care what you say, sip.
Yes, SIP can stand for many things. Just think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's good to question.
Oh, now we got slurping happen. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of partial to slurping, but
Here, I'm sipping my coffee.
And what about the power of remote viewing? Is that a good power to have? Like, not all power is bad.
That's an interesting question. I mean, if you think about it, if someone is like super duper really good at it,
Mm-hmm.
would you want them coming into your house and seeing what you're doing?
People wouldn't sit beside Ingo Swann because he was such a renowned psychic and remote viewer. Nobody would have lunch with him because they thought he was reading their minds.
And he was. No.
Well,
I know. I'm just kidding. But
he doesn't have to. He can limit what he does. He might get an impression, but you don't have to focus on it. Like you can just keep to a range of good or bad impressions from people. Most people will be giving you a good impression, unless they have evil in your life, and then sometimes you can sense that. But everybody has a little some things, some sins in their life, right? So
Little things in their closet.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. There was a science fiction movie, I forget what it's called now, but it was basically um, the men could see each other's thoughts and hear each other's thoughts. And it was a scary, dystopian type scenario. Yeah, if we all could read each other's thoughts, I don't think as many of us would be living right now if we could all read each other's thoughts.
There would be a great culling, I would imagine, in the beginning. Yes.
Yeah, the Purge, revised to remote viewing. Yeah, I think we have.
I don't know. I think there'd have to be limits and barriers of some sort to be able to handle it. If everybody suddenly had the power of psychic abilities, no video feed. I don't know what that is. London. Oh, there you are. Hey, London. Good to see you.
Mic check.
Yeah, you're good. A little low, but
Hold on. What's this? Oh, restream. Okay, cool.
yeah, I'll turn you up a bit. And
Yeah, if you could.
yeah, I had to switch
can't
to
even see
Restream because StreamYard was cacking my mic out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the sound's good on this, but when I share stuff, it goes crackly, just like StreamYards used to do on you. So
Cool.
yeah.
Good stuff. And how you doing, G Sharp? Smoking in G Sharp.
Hello, London McLevin. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. Happy to be here. I can't see anybody on the screen at the moment, but I know I saw you on YouTube before I joined, so I know you're here. But if anybody else joined since, I can't even see who's with us. How do I
That's
see the
interesting.
screen?
Same people. Oh, we got a couple
Okay.
extra.
I don't know.
Sometimes people sit in the background, though. Hi, S. Oh, there's a new one. S just showed up. And showed up a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it's just my avatar. I can't see anybody else's avatar.
That's interesting. Maybe, in the right-hand corner, there's that little square. Is that pushed up just to show you for you?
I can see your avatar.
Yeah, we see you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I can see you now.
It's small, but I think it's just you.
Yeah, I can see you.
You're doing a muscle pose.
A muscle pose.
He's
There
being the
we are.
muscle
Got you.
man. Nice. Got to build up some muscles for the zombie apocalypse. We need that kind of power. We'll need physical power, right? We're talking, the subject we're talking about temptation, to be tempted, and power. We're on power at the moment. That kind of includes money as well, but oh, there's Tony Taylor. How you doing, Tony? Good to see you.
See, I can't even see the chat, so I'm glad you can do that because I can just see us. I can't see the chat room.
So Pamela Jean says, "Gray aliens are psychic. They don't have a voice or a voice box." Yeah, that would be a weird way to live, being totally psychic. What kind of power would be? I don't know. There was a time during, I guess, one of my leveling ups or whatever you want to call it, an enlightenment phase. I could almost live a portion in my mind for a few minutes of other people's lives. I would go into their life. I would see their house. I would see their families. Just by watching them go down the street. Could have been in my imagination, but that would be quite a power to have, to know what their life is. It was like being in them. And that is one of the things that remote viewing is supposed to be, is to be able to view through another person's eyes. Most of the experiments that they did at Laurentian University on remote viewing, many of them involve things like that, where they would have subjects go out and the viewer would look through the eyes of the subject. And
Hmm.
yeah, very controllable too. They can control it with electromagnetic pulsing waves to amplify it or to turn it off. So if we work on ourselves, who knows what extent we can take that power to. I might be reading your mind right now. You never know.
Hmm. Yeah, you never know.
But it did feel like at a time, for a time, anyways. I was going through a phase of enlightenment where it seemed as if that was, in fact, what was happening. That's real power to know a person's life, right?
Hmm.
And we do
Yeah, that's
that.
what's up.
We look into the lives of the rich, the famous, and the powerful here on the show. Oftentimes that's scary, but
Yeah, we're seeing the world through their eyes, right? Because they're always the center of attention. We get to see them on their trips. We get to see their childbirths. We get to see their sweet 16 birthdays. We
mhm.
get to see it all, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Now imagine the ability to see through their eyes and see their secrets. You know.
Well, some of them do go as far as to show us their secrets.
Yeah, they do. Hi,
Don't
Paul
they?
from Newcastle.
Mm. I mean, look at the Kardashians. Plenty secrets.
Yeah,
Plenty secrets. You know.
yeah. And we believe all our politicians have secrets.
Mm.
They don't get into the
Yeah.
club unless they have secrets, pretty much. You know.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Mm. I mean, I wonder if these secrets are held for like bait, like a blackmail type of thing, right?
Hmm. Exactly. Now that's another type of power held over people, right?
Hmm.
It's all power, really. You know, and that they're even in the final tertiary power, money power, and sex is sexual power. They use that quite a lot. They use their their weaknesses and their desires against them. Couldn't live without music. Okay, our politicians suck. Yeah,
Yeah, music seems to be a key factor.
yeah. The music now it's all off to me because it's not written in 432. It's hard for me to get music that I don't find off key.
You know what I think is missing since about 2007 or something, 9, is it's the beat. It is a little too computerized, over, structured beat. It's lost its soul. I can listen to just about
Mm.
anything if that drummer has soul.
Hmm. Yeah, a drummer will if
Yeah.
they're live, doing it live. Yeah, they can. They'll do it more harmonically with the human body than
Something.
yeah, unless they're
The,
using like a metronome or something.
yeah, yeah. Well, some are just darn good meter players. They just really got that meter down, no
Yeah,
problem. But yeah, it's like I listen to today's music, and it's the drum beat does nothing for me now, and I think that is the premise, at least in our modern age, of rock and roll and hip hop and everything. The beat pulls you in way before any of the words or the melody. It's
Hmm.
um,
yeah,
we're attuned to that vibration, and that's what's missing in these songs. They're just flat. There's no, like I said, depth of soul in the beat.
yeah. Like this is what I listen to mostly now is just people singing and frequencies in the background with music tuned
Hmm.
to 432. You know, so and there's not a lot of it out there, so it's kind of limiting. You know, I listened to a bunch of songs from my youth earlier today. I liked them, but they didn't have that feel of the past. You know, when you had a record player and you could tune it. All my record players were tunable, so Yeah.
I just want to pop in here off the hook. Of course, it would be the riff for you because this guy is a hella guitar player. Please go check out his channel. He is really good. I just subbed up to him. Yeah, I totally
But
get you got to have all the components, of the words, the melody,
Yeah.
all of that. But yeah, I just felt like the drums, something happened to the drums in our music and just since about, let's just say 2010 on, the new stuff coming out. And I listen to country, like I said, all the genres, and it just doesn't
Mm.
grab me. Nothing.
But G-Sharp, if I can bring it back to something you said earlier, I've said it a few times, but when you said, it's like the old artists before us, they kind of put their soul into this music, right? But it's like now the artists that come, it's like they don't even put their soul into it. They just put a mother box into it now. Everything seems like robotized, digitalized. It's just
Yeah.
it's like it's not even playing for audiences like us. It's like it's playing for a hidden audience, like a robot audience to some degree. Like everything's just high tempo and just like no soul, like you said, right? It's almost like a motherboard.
It is, and then they add
Mm.
that pitch control now on the vocals and everything. Yeah, I think you're onto it, London. I think that it's written in AI. I think
Mm.
we just got a lot of Milli Vanillis going on around here. It's just all
Yeah.
AI songs, and they just mouth it, and it is sung to robots, not to us.
Well,
Hidden
yeah,
crowd.
they showed us the technology that they have, right, to augment the voice and all that. But how long have they had that for? They could have had it for 60 years or more.
Exactly. Exactly. How long? Yeah, it's
Country
interesting.
music is tainted by pop music, I suppose. I don't know. I don't listen to anything now. Well, I listen to
Hmm.
Intergrooves and I listen to Freedom Grower. I listen to those two.
Hmm. Yeah, Freedom Grower, he knows how to pull a few strings, man. Good skills. Good
Yeah.
skills.
So that's another power, the power of changing our music, or the power of music to heal. You know, that's another good power. But we see now that they're using it in the opposite way, right? Right now, it's made to disrupt your nerves. That's why they put it to
Hmm.
440. They did that in 39 or something. Uh, Incited again by the German party that we all know of.
Hmm.
They were the ones that brought that about. So,
Interesting. Mhm.
old
So, I
stuff,
mean,
handmade.
and anything new in the hood? What's new in the hood, Max?
Nothing. We're waiting for what is it, October 4th. See what happens with that with that test they're doing. I think it's just a test. They're going to range us,
I
and then
I'm gonna.
come this.
I was gonna say I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
stick my phone under the pillow. Who cares?
Yeah, right. I don't think it'll do that, anyways. It's not for that. I think what it's for is just ranging. They're seeing what their range is, like they did in Maui, where they shot down the green lasers to map everything out, and then they'll hit us with something
So they're running.
after.
They're running something on our phones to map us
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Hmm,
yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah. They want to know where you are.
Oh, they know where I am.
Yeah,
Trust me.
but they're testing getting using a weapon system, or well, we won't call it a weapon system. Uh, emergency system on all phones, right? They want to be able to see if they can contact all phones through one system. That's the goal.
Well, I mean, someone said something the other night. I forgot. Was it Jason from RKX or maybe Funky Pepper? One of them, but they were saying something like, when the system goes down, which it probably will, and when it finally comes back on, they're gonna implement new things to the metaverse. Like this might be the introduction of the metaverse, where you might have to go through stricter
Oh, could be.
guidelines, um,
Yeah. Could be
pay
the digital dollar.
digital, who knows? But yeah, you might have to pay to use this type of things now because we've gotten so used to it, right? It might feel
Mhm.
it might feel different if we don't have it. So some people will be like, all right, yeah, no worries. Where do I sign?
Yeah, they could be resetting the internet, so you have to click I agree on everything.
Yeah, all of that crap.
Yeah, all that entails.
That'd be a shame if it
That
gets
gives
like
them
that.
that gives them power too, power of the word, right? They often take the power of observation so that they can track and trace what you're doing. Everybody wants to track and trace you, right?
That's it.
That's power as well, right? If you know where someone's going to be at what time, you've got a little bit of power over them.
Yeah, got that leverage.
Yeah. So they use all kinds of power. Should we turn our phones off or on before October 4th? Off the hook. I don't know. I think maybe some of us should, some of us shouldn't. If you have a Faraday cage and you're worried about it, put it in a Faraday cage. I don't think it's necessary. So I don't know. I think they're just ranging us, seeing if they can get in contact with all phones through one system. I don't think it's anything. It's a preempt for something coming later. It's like when they always do their tabletops, right? They do their tabletop test first, and then they roll it out. Or they, practice their shootings by doing a school shooting practice at a school, and then they have their shooting. Like the Maui, they ranged it with lasers, and then they shot it, right? So it's the same thing. They follow that pattern. They have to test, and then they can roll out. So what they're rolling out, I don't know. Probably not good. When is it ever good for us, right?
They're gonna remove the veil.
Maybe. I know people that think that they'll hit the wrong frequency at one point, and that'll level us up to like divine, spiritual, powerful beings. That'd be cool. I don't know. I think they would probably have learned to avoid those, though. They are pretty smart.
Could you imagine some of the failure tests on something like that? Alfred, we lost Bob. Where did Bob go? Well, we elevated his frequency.
He transcended the universe.
Oh my god.
You could have some real problems. Oh, we made him into a giant or something. Or,
Yeah, we see it.
made him so he can explode minds like they did in that movie. What was it? Scanners, where you look at somebody and their brain starts coming out of their ears and eyes. They say they did that in China. They made super psychic children, but they had to kill them.
Yeah.
Because they knew too much.
Exactly. Well, we were just talking about that. If you could, psychically read thoughts or even remote viewing, you don't have to read a thought. If you can really do that, so well. You can just hone in on someone's home.
Yeah, you'd never want to tell anybody you could do that, I guess, because
No.
they take you right in, eh?
Oh, the
Maybe
ABCs
I
would
should
grab
stop
you.
sharing that story.
Yeah.
It didn't really happen. It was all my
No,
imagination.
No, but seriously, yeah, they would grab you and you'd never be seen again. You know, one of the ABCs would have you working for them.
Yeah. Yeah, they knew too much, right? They did.
Yeah, see, you got to be careful what you play with.
Yeah. So maybe we'll all go missing one day and we'll all end up working in a laboratory together.
Yeah, if you don't see me for a while, you'll know.
Yeah.
Something grabbed me.
Yeah.
Oh,
The men in black came.
Men in black.
They'd send you into the cornfields.
You think that's a
Hey,
real thing, or what do you think?
hey, so London, what's been happening in your corner?
To be honest, I couldn't even tell you. I really couldn't. I've been so out of touch. The other day, I spoke to a friend I ain't spoke to in about 4 weeks, maybe even a month, and he told me something, and I was like, "Wow, when did this happen?" And he was like, "Where you been? What do you mean? When did this happen? Haven't you heard?" And I was like, "No, I'm not about like that. I've got a life. I do things. I'm just so out of touch. I'm so out of touch with a lot of things. So out of
There you
touch.
haven't
But
made videos in a while.
on the video aspect of things, I've made a few videos here and there, but um, I removed one the other day, part 9. Again, I'm gonna do that again. But with my work, I'm in touch, but with outside of it, I'm so out of touch.
Yeah.
So out of touch.
I understand there's
So out of
times when
touch.
I separate myself from it all so I can reset me. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know my
Yeah.
Jedi mind tricks don't work on you, Scotty boy? You wouldn't know.
Hey, that's a thought.
Right? How would you know? You'll be found hanging from your doorknob.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see the chat. I pressed a few buttons. Okay.
Okay.
Salute to the chat. Okay, now I can see it. There you go. Tony, no,
Restream makes you
beloved.
start everything at scratch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that, guys. It's but my mic wasn't working over on StreamYard, so
I get that.
only when I was using it, when I was hosting. When I went on to other people's chat, it was working just fine.
I get that. Yeah, I've been having issues. It's not StreamYard, but I did try Restream again just in case. So yeah, StreamYard's a whole topic onto its own.
You don't need headhunters. You don't need people hunting you down, no? Max didn't tell you my secrets. Yeah, these are not the droids you're looking for. See, you get good enough, you don't have to worry about it. You just get good enough at it, you can just mind, Jedi mind trick them. I'm not the droid you're looking for. He lives down the hall, Tony knows, yeah. No says big up, London.
Yes, no, big up. Good mate, good guy. What's happening, no?
Hey, Lyndon, what time is it over there?
Let me guess.
9:30.
9:30.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 hours.
9:30. Okay.
In other words, 4:20. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 4:20. Let's spark it up.
Absolutely. I will take a.
Spark them if you got them.
I've been smoking my own home grow. I'm very proud of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, finally.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I got tired of the dispensary prices. Here, it's not the price of the product, it is the taxes. Lovely.
Gotcha. Yeah. Same up here. Cigarettes and booze are both about 90% tax. Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
word.
Mhm.
Yeah, the pack of smokes itself is about $1.50, $2. But they charge right now, I think it's about $14 a pack. So yeah,
Well, I mean,
it's ridiculously
$14
expensive.
a pack.
Hey Robert, good to see you.
Yeah, here, yeah, I'm sure on alcohol and tobacco, but at the dispensaries in Arizona, it's at just about 25% tax, you know. And you got to pay the growers, you got to pay the distributors, you know. I mean, it's
Yeah,
so I grow my
yeah,
own.
it's much cheaper to drink and smoke in the States than it is in Canada.
There's something to be said about that, though, Max.
Yeah,
What are they trying to
and
do here?
it's cheaper to drink in Russia than it is in either country.
That's true.
You know, so,
Well,
like a 40 ounce or a whiskey's like $1 or something.
well, those
It's
people
ridiculously
learned
low.
how to make some really good vodka, and they
Yeah,
probably still do. You know,
yeah.
all
Vodka. I used to like vodka. Vodka and orange.
Yeah, I had a Caesar last night, so I guess that's got vodka in it, doesn't it?
I have no idea
Doesn't a Caesar have vodka in
Caesar.
what's in it.
it?
A Caesar, did you say?
Yeah, you know, the one with
Caesar salad.
clamato juice and
Oh, I don't know
pepper
that.
and Tabasco. I think it's. Let me check.
I think here we call that a Bloody Mary.
Mm. Do you know what? I had one. Well, you lot might know what it is, but I went to Dominican Republic one time, and they filled up a cup with, I think it was tomato juice and hot sauce, and then they lit it, right? So we had to take shots while it was on fire. Man, oh man. Mm-mm. That was crazy the way it went down through my throat, through my stomach. Oh, crazy. Me and my friend done it, right? But he done it before me. I watched him do it. He went running out of the building, running out. He went to vomit or whatever he did. But I done it and I had to drink some water straight away. But I've never experienced that before. Have anyone ever had a
Hmm.
flaming drink and felt it go down?
Yeah, Zambuca, flaming Zambuca. But you blow
I've
it out
never had
before you
that.
drink it. I wouldn't drink it while
No,
it was lit.
they
Yeah,
said we have to
Caesar has
drink it.
vodka in it, clam juice. Some can have anchovy paste. You know, and then some spices. Usually hot sauce.
Yeah, this was crazy.
Wow.
I actually recorded it. I know I've got it somewhere. I'd have to look for it.
Spill
Have
it.
to look for that.
Set the table on fire.
Spill it. No, 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 no. It's only a shot glass. It's just a small shot glass.
What was it
It's in
called? Do you
Dominica.
know?
Nah, I couldn't remember.
Uh,
I call it kill
It
the
was interesting.
tourist. You know?
Kill the chest. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
wow. Well, that's, you know, when
It
you're
was.
young, you do those things. So,
Mhm. It was powerful. Powerful.
151 is the only flammable alcohol? I don't know about that. Besides moonshine. I don't know about that, Tony. I've seen Sambuca on
Excuse me.
fire in a bar. So I don't know if they added
Excuse
something
me.
to it. They might have.
Excuse me. Mm. I see some good folks down there. Paul from Newcastle, Tony Taylor, no, Scotty Boy, off the hook, Pamela Jean,
You were a
good
bartender a
people. Salute
lifetime
to the
ago?
chat.
Okay. I don't know. I've ordered flaming drinks and they come flaming, so I guess it was 151. That would be 75%, right? 151 proof is 75%. So, yeah.
yeah, off the hook, I tried that Fireball once. I took a swig. It is. It's very cinnamon-like, and you took a sip for about the next 37 minutes. It's very hot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It needs to be in
Everclear.
something.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say something like that needs to be inside a drink, not be the drink.
Yeah, Everclear will just burn your tongue. I don't want to drink that straight. No.
Yeah, I don't know much about. I've never been an alcohol drinker. I mean, I've had my wines at dinners, and when I was younger, I tried all the wild stuff once at least, but it's
Yeah.
not my thing. Never has been. I'm a committed, smoker.
I hear
from,
that.
di- from yeah, my first here. The first time I tried it was 1973. I was at a James Gang concert with what's his name? Joe Walsh was lead guitar player at the time, and went with my friend and her older sister and her boyfriend. And at the very end of the concert, he handed me this little teeny roach, and I took a couple hits, and I thought it was such a big person on the block, little teenager. But I just fell in love with it, ever since.
Yeah. Alcohol doesn't work with remote viewing though. That's one problem. It doesn't seem to enhance it at all. Marijuana does a little bit. I think there's like everybody's got their point where it helps you and then it starts to hinder you. Like one beer or two beers for people playing pool and stuff. You hit that perfect zone where you're just loose enough that you can do what you need to do and not drunk.
I concur with that. With me personally, it's bowling. I never drink, but I know if I drink one beer, I will bowl a great game.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, bowling. I ain't played that in years.
Alcohol in Arabic is body eating spirit. It is. It is because it's hard on the body. Even in small amounts, really, it's not great for you.
I actually had some red wine this evening.
Did you?
A few glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually don't drink at all. That's past few weekends I've had a drink or two with dinner.
Yeah, I met up
Just
with
on
a
the
friend
weekends.
actually.
Just on the weekends, and usually only Saturday night. So.
Good. That's great. Actually, I probably should have a glass of wine more often. It's good for you once in a while.
I used to drink every day, so I stopped that. And I was a whiskey drinker, so at least 8-10 ounces of whiskey a day, usually 8 or 10 shots, something like that. Usually up to 16,
8 or 10 shots.
20 on the weekends, 30.
Damn.
So and then I stopped drinking for probably 10-15 years, I think. Yeah, I didn't have any alcohol for like 10-15 years. And then I think about 4 years ago I had I went out for drinks with a young kid because the company was shutting down and he wanted to have a blowout party. So he got so sloshed, he kept up to me with drinks. He couldn't even walk home. We had to get him sober and drag him to where we could get him home. That was about a half a mile or more. So yeah. But I kind of cheated. I'd have a drink and then I'd have a glass of water. Have a drink, have a glass of water. So at the end of the night, I was completely sober. So
yeah, that's cheating.
He was just drinking beer and matching me. So
I tell you what always used to get me when I used to be drinking, then at the end of the night, you step outside, when that wind hits you or the air, forget about it. Forget about it. Always gets me.
Yeah, just forget how to walk, how to talk, how to do everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, oh man,
You
come a
can
long
see,
way. Come a
can't see
long
the
way.
sun today. We've got the sun out. It's really hot out today. It's
Oh,
almost
that's
20,
nice.
25 degrees. I guess that's about, what was that, 80, 82.
Very good. Yeah,
Yeah,
here for the first time in a long time, we have some clouds.
yeah.
But it's been very sunny.
Mm-hmm. It was quite warm here today, also actually. Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Off the hook, you're in Vegas. Well, I'm not far from you. I'm down here in Kingman, Arizona.
Cool.
So, yeah, when they have the sun, we have the sun, and vice versa.
Not too sweet, not too rancid, just right. Okay.
Not too rancid. Scotty, you're so funny. So,
But it,
what
Go
ha-
ahead.
what have what have everybody been researching lately? Any new prospects of thought?
I've been working on protection devices for Havana syndrome.
For what is that?
Havana syndrome. I have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
Havana syndrome. Well, they tell you it's some type of a disease that apparently only happened in one place. Let me see what do they say about Havana syndrome. I wasn't even going to talk about that. So, um,
I've just been coming across more information with the research that I've been looking into. Really, it just seems to fall into my lap.
hmm.
Don't have to look that much further anymore. Just there.
So Havana syndrome is a cluster of idiopathic symptoms experienced mostly by U.S. government officials and military personnel. The symptoms range in severity from pain and ringing in the ears to cognitive dysfunction, and were first reported in 2016 by the U.S. and Canadian embassy staff in Havana, Cuba. And some of the people in the chat have experienced a lot of that recently. I do. My wife has recently had her first crossing of signals. A lot of people are getting that. So what it is it's convergence of signals or an actual intended attack, or possibly you're walking through a 5G beam or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but generally what happens is people are getting pain in the ear or temple, to TMJ, toothaches, earaches, infections throughout the nasal, ear, throat, um, swollen glands, pretty much anything like that. So what they're
wow.
claiming is that it just happens to these uh, military people who go abroad. So what's so special about these military people who go abroad? Not really a damn thing. What it is they're being attacked with weaponry. In Havana, the Russians used microwave weaponry on on the U.S. embassy, and what the U.S. did was they said they detected it, and they said, well, we could stop that. We could learn ways to protect it. We could do something like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to let them continue to do it, so that we can monitor the effects of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I totally believe that. No, they're gonna.
Yeah.
They never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yeah. Right. So yeah.
Wow.
So
And
there's
what I just have to interject, Max.
yeah.
What you just described, I have been experiencing that as well.
Mhm.
Wondering is it a frequency? Is it like you said, a 5G wave? Because I'm
I
just
don't know
curious.
exactly what it is,
Mhm.
but I did hear of a possible cure for it, which is 2 grounded circles of copper over your temples.
Deflection
I think it's absorption.
or
Uh,
absorption.
yeah, if it's grounded, it should pull all the energy to the ground.
Oh,
So I've been working on that recently. So I have to buy wires and stuff like that. That's what physically I'm working on.
sure. And copper in a roll now is not cheap.
No, it isn't. So I wear
Yeah.
blue buds. What's that?
What's blue buds?
Myself, Jungian philosophy. Cool.
I wear blue buds. What's blue buds? Anybody know what blue buds are?
No, I don't. I imagine they're like iPod buds or those earbuds. You got
Okay,
those wireless earbuds? I think that's what it is.
got you.
So we're resorted to walking around with
Oh, blue.
basically earplugs in
Oh,
our
okay.
ears
Blue
now.
BBDZs. I don't know what you're talking about, boy.
Yeah.
He says it's important to protect them jewels.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm imagining now he's saying it's underwear. I don't know.
Gotcha. Oh, I think he means BVDs. That would be underwear. The military called them BVDs. I don't know what that means for guys.
Okay.
Got you, boy. He's telling us his secrets. Got you,
Yeah,
boy.
my underwear is lined with metal, so
Uh-oh.
I have metal underwear.
That's funny. Off the hook. Blue tinfoil hats now.
Mhm.
The blue side
Yeah,
hat.
right. We got to paint everything blue. And, so paint your cows blue if you want them to live too. Bluetooth is
Oh my
no.
gosh, we're gonna have to just like really insulate ourselves. We're gonna all be in blue
Yeah,
with earplugs in our ears to prevent the frequencies.
soon you'll be fully metal encrusted for health. Yeah, I am. My shirts have metal lining in them, and my underwear. I wear grounded metal loops. These help with toothaches, earaches, gland problems. This is the device I'm working on right now. You can see it. I'm wearing it right now.
Oh yeah.
That's it. It's just a grounded piece of wire, grounded on a battery with
Check
2
that
loops
out.
over
Nice.
your temple. So I'm trying
Yeah.
the Havana syndrome. It seems to be the most successful so far. The first one I noticed was that if you put your thumb on the negative pole of a battery, for a lot of people that are having like small toothaches, random toothaches for no reason, that
It takes them away.
it takes it away.
Wow.
So I just kept going with that. And I heard recently about the cure for Havana syndrome, and it seems to be working smashingly. The new
Interesting.
device I've made. John's even wired up. Yeah, I've got a 9-volt battery around my hat. A wire around my hat, and it's connected to a 9-volt battery. That helped, but I find this is much more efficient, and I'm using a much smaller battery. It's actually a 12-volt battery, but it's smaller than a AA or a AAA.
Yeah, I looked on Amazon at those things you strap onto the heels of your shoes to ground you more,
Yeah,
to put ground back into your step, so to
Mhm.
speak. I haven't purchased any yet, but I was along those lines myself, saying, well, as I told you before, and we solved most of it, was around here we get a lot of static,
yeah.
and the water feature seems to take out a lot of it. But I just think outside, I was thinking, can I get rid of, built up energy?
Yeah, the problem is we wear shoes. Like you say, you're looking at that thing to hook around your shoes.
Mhm.
See, that'll only work if you're on actual dirt. If you're on
Ah,
pavement, if you're on cement. those don't really ground very well.
Sure. But I could even walk out in the grass for a
Yeah.
while and just stand if I
Yeah.
didn't. I do a lot with my bare feet, but there's just times I'm just curious if the shoe would work.
I don't know. What about a sandal?
Oh, yeah.
Sandals would work better. Even in the grass, they'd work better because you
Oh,
get the grass touching your toes.
That's right.
Me, I'm in the north, so I get winter, so I can't ground anywhere really. And even though you can go out and ground, you can't do it all day. That's one of the biggest problems is they're going to hit you when you're home and you're not grounded. They're
Of
going to hit you at
course.
work when you're not grounded. You know,
Yeah.
unless you can stand around in a field all day and be grounded, you're going to get some effects from it. It's going to hit you with wireless radiation. So
I think they hit me every time I walk into like a grocery store or some stores. I think just because I feel different when I walk into them, and like a lot of, well, of course, with grocery stores, there's a lot of paper dust from the cardboard and boxes, and I start sneezing and just feeling odd. Just saying.
yeah, a lot of this 5G and 4G, 3G, it can affect the respiratory system. It goes after the soft tissues first. So it'll be your eyes. A lot of people has anyone noticed that their vision has slightly changed over the past couple of years?
That's my biggest problem.
Everyone noticing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had.
Changing, did you say?
Yeah. Oh,
In
yeah.
which way? I
Anyone
mean, I feel, well,
anyone's
I
vision
mean,
getting worse?
well, no, I wouldn't say getting worse. I feel like,
Mm,
um, to a certain degree, right,
mm,
people's visions are just getting, um, like very, how can I put it to you? Deceived, right? Like a lot of things are beginning to be revealed in plain sight, and that could alter your perception of seeing things. I don't feel like my vision's getting blurry. I just feel like the way how things are being presented to us, it could look, I want to say abstract. It could look a bit off key, but that's just the realness of this reality being shown to us to some degree.
mm. I have to respond to
I don't
Paula
feel
here.
like my sight's getting blurry or nothing. I just feel like the way how things have been presented to us could seem off key.
Mm, okay.
Or that maybe possibly you're seeing something for what it really is now, and you're
Yes,
trying
exactly.
to, your mind is trying to adjust to that because it's been conditioned to look at it differently.
Hmm. Yeah,
Something along,
that's
I get that. Yeah. Perception. Yeah.
perception. Yeah.
hmm But yeah, my
Yeah.
eyes, well, I'm at that age where,
Paul was talking about, blue used to be sad with the, painting things blue and stuff being in the news. But blue is the heart chakra, or sorry, throat, isn't it? Yeah, throat. So voice, sound. That's interesting. I blame the vodka. Sorry to interrupt. Oh, your voice is
Mic check, mic
yeah,
check.
Lyndon, you were clicking.
Oh,
still got
because
some
I
static.
hopped over to the YouTube. I couldn't, because I'm in StreamYard or Restream, I can't see the chat. So I hopped over to the YouTube to say what's up. And I'm back over
Gotcha.
here now.
Yeah, this platform I think is set up more for a regular computer. And
Right, Tony? The frequency of blue is 66.6. I think that I don't know what hertz that's in, but it's very high.
That's a good observation, actually, G
Yeah.
Sharp. You might be right there. It might be better to jump on a laptop or something or a computer on Restream. I take that into consideration next time.
Do you have a computer or a laptop?
Yeah, but I haven't got my charger. That's the only thing. Listen, I left my charger at my friend's house. I went to my friend's
Yeah.
house to collect the charger. I left my friend's house without bringing the charger with me. How stupid. So the main
Well,
reason
that
why I
was some
went
good
there, I
bud.
left it.
Yeah, it must have been some good bud.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. But
Maybe I'll get some sleep
that's
after
what.
this full moon. Maybe. Yeah, it's a beautiful full moon. It was yesterday and today. So one more night and then it's gone. Hi, Steve-O. Good to see you. A stone London man. Yeah, exactly. Good to see you, Steve-O. A 5-hour
Steve-O.
nap. Nice.
Yeah, sleep is needed. Nap is needed. Definitely. Get it while you can.
It's just to get, right? Yeah, I love naps. It's just to get people going down the rabbit hole and not go where they should be going, says Scotty Boy. Yeah. But the key of blue, 6.6, 66.6.
Well, that figures.
Yeah, of course it does.
They like their numbers. There's something to it. I have no idea, but yeah. A lot of. Oh, earlier you were talking about the pole shifting and all of that. I'm becoming inclined to think that our dome, our firmament, is a torus.
Okay.
Of course, pulling from the south, going into a small portion of the North Pole and going through and coming back out again. It forms an electromagnetic torus.
Okay.
And when you said earlier, maybe it wasn't the torus or the pole, direction, but it was rather Earth that had shifted to make it appear like the pole shift happened. Like it was the Earth that moved and not the direction of the
Oh, I was on
electromagnetic.
the other side of that. I was thinking that the pole went randomly all over the place, but the Earth stayed still.
Yes. And I have a theory that I'm going to throw
Mhm.
this out to everybody today, just conjecture. If indeed we are covered by a torus, and the magnetic north moves around up there because they have to keep adjusting for it. What if the torus is moving around the flat realm-ish thing that we're on? What if it's the torus that's moving around, shifting, and that may cause cataclysms that we read about, or
Well, yeah, it does. It does drag the magnetic field, which has a donut shape.
yes,
Well, that's the energetic field. The magnetic field has a torus shape with a donut.
yes,
So,
absolutely. And we're under that donut, so to speak, in the top half of that,
mm,
And what if that's moving around,
mm,
slightly, but ever so, and then something comes along and really shoves it, where we would have what we considered ice ages or floods, because as it drastically shifts, it shifts what it covers. Like all of a sudden, lack of ice on one end and too much water coming in over ice on
oh
another.
yeah. What if? Yeah. What if? Like if you're on a circular disc, if the
Yeah.
center froze and the outside thawed, yeah, or
I mean,
something like that.
yeah, so I'm really just kind of, like I said, just conjecture thinking about
Yeah,
these things. I have nothing better to do.
that's an interesting thought.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind
I
of,
think it just kind of
But
moves around on its own randomly.
let me throw this in there. I tell you what else moves around on its own, right? The eye. I tell you what else has a torus field in it. The eye.
Mm.
Right? I tell you what else has something similar to ice. The eye. Right? There's a lot of things that you lot are speaking on that resemble the eye.
Yeah.
And then you
No, we
say,
very well, we could
sorry,
be
go
on
ahead.
an eye. I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Hmm.
You know, let's just imagine a huge creature died and we are on the eye.
Could be.
I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah.
What's going on underneath? I have no clue.
Yeah.
But I do know that there's something to, you know, the containment that we're under. You know,
Hmm.
we have to be in containment. There's no gas that can just sit there. It has to be in containment. You know. Anyway.
Yeah, indeed.
Could
Indeed,
be.
indeed. Oh, well, we're going to figure out.
I wonder if they have the power to do that, to shift the pole. They've got many super colliders around the world, and they create a huge magnetic field.
Mm-hmm. I would hate to think that they have that control. Oh
Well,
my
they
gosh.
have. We're pretty sure they have
Yeah.
earthquake weapons. So
Yeah,
they've
they've
got
got
their
something
various
more.
array up in Antarctica and around the world. There even seems to be some under the ocean as well. Some of these emitters. So who knows, like how far they can take it? That's a heck of a lot of power that they're using wrong. You know, we know that they used it in Syria there to cause that direct line of earthquakes. You know, something that would just wouldn't naturally happen.
Oh yeah, we know they control basically the what I call the wet weather. You know, your hurricanes and
Yeah,
tornadoes, and I'm sure earthquakes are in there too. Yeah,
yeah,
I've always suspected the Japanese earthquake back in 11.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was a coinky dinky. I
Okay.
think that, yeah, I think it was planned, and the whole Fukushima thing, I don't know if that was planned or not. I'm still trying to look at that. But yeah, the rest of it I think was intentional. And I don't know why. I'm trying to figure, again, are they just doing a land grab? Maybe they wanted that city, you know, or cities that it wiped out. I'm
That
just,
seems to be what they're doing. You know.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, who could fight a force like that? You know, a tsunami coming in takes your whole town out, or
yeah.
like recently in Maui, takes your whole town out. I mean,
Just the spots that you want too.
oh, of course,
You know.
yes. You know, because that earthquake that happened, yeah, it gave little what do they call aftershock earthquakes
Yeah.
through
Well,
the rest of Japan, but it only damaged really that one area.
apparently about 2 or 3 days before the fire, Oprah Winfrey hired a fire crew to work at her villa.
Oh,
No
I
way.
see. Oh, I'm getting it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No way. Oh,
They
shit. Uh-oh.
they knew this was coming.
Of
No
course they
way.
did.
Oh,
Yes.
shit. Didn't know that.
And you know what else? And also, Oprah had a nice mansion there in Santa Monica, somewhere in, you know, LA area. And they had remember a flash flood come down through that really rich part of town,
Hmm.
but her mansion wasn't touched.
Amazing.
Oh,
Just
isn't it?
amazing. Yeah.
Two coinky
And
dinkies in a row.
Yeah.
what was they doing again? Out there begging for money of the usual people. Please send in what you can. We need your money.
Hmm.
You can help us say, same
Oh
old thing. And they
yeah.
got mansions out there. Billion. Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anything that's not burnt will be as it is, but they're trying to buy up all the poor people, the plebes land, you know, through like no price at all. The insurance companies aren't paying out, so they can't move back to their land. They can't rebuild. Yeah, and they're trying to turn it into a sanctuary. or something in memory of the Maui people or some crap like that, you know, and they'll build a memorial and a city around it, you know. They want their smart cities is what they want.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
yeah, Oprah Winfrey and probably the rest of them too. They hired privately fire crews to watch their houses. These sons of bitches. You believe it? Like, that's what I heard.
I'm not a bit surprised.
You know.
No.
there was
Yeah,
something
that
going down over there.
there is something very not right about the whole incident there. And I just hope that it opens up some more eyes. Like, some people got to start looking at this going, what?
I
And
hope something wakes people up. You know, um, we've got to get out of this type of a system where we're controlled so much. We need to take control of these systems they're using, you know, and benefit mankind. And like, I don't disagree with using their systems for good. We just have to have better, you know, controls on them. Right now, they're in control by, you know, all these special ops and communists and old Nazis and bankers, and they don't have any of our best interest in mind, you know.
okay, but I have to say, before we turn these tools into something of benefit, we need to put all these people somewhere in the desert and ram these tools up their butts just to show
But
them
hey,
how it
Gisha,
feels. And
Well, you
then
know,
we'll turn it into
we
something
could
good.
well, look,
vaccinate
Chenna,
them and get rid of the carbon for them. Okay,
Oh, yeah, we're going to
we could do
vaccinate
their
them.
dreams. We'll put them in a hyperbaric chain in a big life pod, right? And we'll get rid of their CO2 and we'll vaccinate them.
Yeah, all at once. We're going to just do it
We'll
all.
just pull all the CO2 out of the air they breathe and see how long they last. You know,
And
really, it
yeah,
would be too short of an end, but oh, well. Yeah, Michigander, do it. But I do believe they should be vaccinated. You know, I think all of them and their progeny should be vaccinated. All of their pregnant women, and you know,
oh, wait a minute. So Dolly thinks Oprah's going to go into politics? Well, I mean, I'm
the
not surprised.
okay, the big news apparently is Big Mike is going to be hauled out. Michelle Obama
It's going to be what?
hauled out for the presidency.
Oh,
Yeah, her and Harris, I think, or Newsom, or not. Who is it? The
oh,
California guy. Is
yeah.
that
No, they're
Gavin
not going to.
Newsom?
They're not going to use Harris ever again.
No.
That was a big failure. They know it. They're embarrassed, and she will move on. She'll probably become the CEO of some dumb
Yeah, they'll
company.
put her on a board or something.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gone. Wow.
I
Well,
haven't
now
checked.
we know. Now we know why they are pushing the trans issue so much here. Acceptance.
Yeah, Big Mike is the probably going to be the next one, and they're whether they get the votes or not, they're gonna ram her through.
I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, I got to take a puff.
But
Yeah. Well, I'm not
I think
surprised.
you know, if the people wait for another election, it's going to be another stolen election, and it's probably going to be Big Mike. That's what the people in the know are predicting.
Oh. Yeah, it's been rigged, I think, ever since I was born. It's just been it's all one big show to
Yeah.
make people think they have an opinion that's being heard, and it's not.
Well,
And it's just
yeah, even in Canada, we have the same type of thing. We're a parliamentary system. You're supposed to be not a democracy, a republic. But what happens there is that for you guys, the senators have the ability to override the popular vote. And here in Canada, the MPs have the ability to override the popular vote. So, and you guys have delegates, super delegates. Oops, unpin that. I didn't mean.
Yes, we still hold the royal rules. Yeah. Yeah, England didn't lose the war back in the day. It was just a compromise. Let's get over
Oh, there we go.
it.
That's not working. Customize logo. Okay.
Oh, you're put the comments up
I'm
here.
trying to. It's not working.
Ah.
No.
There you go. You got it. I think.
Is it?
Hold on.
Okay.
Somebody popped up.
No, I've just got that.
Just the one.
Yeah, I don't know why that's pinned. It's pinned now, and I can't unpin it.
Oh, it's working.
Okay, it is working. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, London. Now you can see what's going
Yeah.
through.
Good stuff. Because on the restream in the chat, I'm like 20 minutes behind.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It can be delayed sometimes. I get that. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh here too.
Yeah, there's a lot of prophecies as well that people have talked about. There's the Hopi prophecy. There's a lot that came out of Eastern Europe. What's her name? New Earth channel is talking. Did a lot of shows on that. The prophecies.
Sylvia.
They don't. None of them look good. You know. I haven't seen one of them that ends good. And you know, I kind of think a lot of it too could be predictive programming. But these guys are seers, man. Like, you know, I don't know how good their vision is. When we looked into the future, it looked pretty good. So it was small, but it looked pretty good. I don't know if it was or not.
Well, you know what's crazy, right? Because I mean, some of these stories I've been hearing about America's going to be engulfed in fire, right? Have you heard of them stories of lately, or anyone ever
Well,
heard of them?
people claim biblically that the world will be destroyed with fire. So I don't know. Somebody put in
Yeah,
a
okay.
comment so I can see if the comments are up here.
But check this out. Okay, now check this out, right? You got to remember what they was calling worlds back in the day. It was continents
There
that
we
was
go.
worlds. So when they're saying worlds, they're probably saying a continent is going to be destroyed, not a world, a continent, right? So through my research, what I'm seeing is the most volcanic activity seems to be out in the Ring of Fire, by Hawaii and all of these places, right?
Okay.
And when they're presenting this place, Io seems to be mirroring Hawaii, in my opinion, is where it's leading me to. And all this volcanic activity that's been happening, I wonder if it's only going to get worse to some degree, meaning underneath the volcanoes that are still going on, would they come to the surface or would they be more violent? Would they boil the waters or things like this? But
If you
what
mix
Io was showing
waters,
me,
with volcanic activity, it's much worse. It makes it so much worse. You get steam and the pyroclastic flow. Steam just boils everything at around 1,000, 2,000 degrees. And then you get the pyroclastic flow that's around 2,000 degrees too, because it just heats the water up like incredibly hot. Yeah.
So that's something I've been looking into. And they're saying that Io is that part of Hawaii, America, to some degree, because Hawaii is still America.
Yeah. Yeah. In what I think they're going to do, I don't know why. I've had this idea for years that they would hit the middle of the states with torrential rains, send a hurricane up the middle of the states for like a few of them, and then hit it with a an earthquake up the middle. It's mostly sand, and it would slide right into the Gulf of Mexico. So half of the states would be gone, the middle part. And you'd be left with all the leftist. I didn't know this at the time I thought of this, but most of the leftist states would be left untouched. Sorry to get political on you guys, but yeah, these are kind of weird.
No, you're absolutely right. Well, the majority of our populations are on the coasts. It's a
Yeah.
very coastal country.
And-
Everyone likes their oceans and water.
Yeah.
And the center is definitely our breadbasket.
Yeah.
That would dissolve.
And they've fracked it. It's been fracked from where I live right down to the Gulf of Mexico. So they've busted up all the shale. So that'll be nice and slippy too. You get some water in there, some steam. It could go. It could slide anywhere.
Yeah. Might be a good time to get some land in Oklahoma. It's going to be beachfront.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. See, I'll probably be in the Gulf of Mexico because I'm right on the edge of where they have fracked up to in Canada. So.
Oh, you think you're going to go in the tank too?
Yeah, I'll go in the tank.
Oh.
I got a life preserver, so I'll be fine.
Yeah. You're high up.
Yeah.
You'll be one of the last. You might catch a boat.
Yeah, I'm up on the top floor, so I'll just jump out the window when the water rises.
Yeah, I kind of here. I mean, this is very high, know nothing desert. If they were going to destroy this area, it would be rather redundant.
Yeah.
There's nothing here left anyway. But the coasts are definitely the majority of our population.
Yeah.
So whether it happened from the ocean side or the Gulf, quite a few people.
Yeah,
would
the
be
ocean was
affected.
thinking a tsunami.
Yeah.
I don't know which way would be good for that. I suppose it would be best over on the west coast because you've got Russia up there. Not very many populated areas on that side, but and China or Japan, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just thinking even further down.
Yeah, London's thinking down in the South Pacific,
Yeah, well, even just the tip of the bottom of the United States, like
Yeah.
San Diego. San Diego's really low. It's like, when you're there, it's very humid and dense. I could tell that, like we're almost below sea level or something in San Diego.
Yeah.
It's just really right on the ocean.
Yeah, we were looking at that, all the places in the U.S. right now that are under sea level. There's a lot of areas that are right under sea level and could be filled up with basins, making the land heavier.
Oh, yeah.
And that would add to the saturation of the land.
Look at New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's what happened. The town, a portion is literally under sea level. So when those levees broke,
Mm-hmm.
It was just devastated. We're talking 4, 5, 7 feet of water
Mm-hmm.
over a big town, big city. So there's a lot of places just like that where you got to be careful. Anyway, I digress.
That's all right. Oh, that's good. So yeah, we were looking at that, all the places under sea level, and with the fracking they've done, it's a perfect attack on this area. Just to slide out the middle of the states. You'd have more coastal area as well. You'd have an inland sea that you could farm. It'd probably be pretty shallow as well. So that would be good. It's in between two large land masses. It could be relatively calm. It's perfect, You could build islands out there. Hi, Gigi. Off the hook sees a pole shift? Maybe. Oh, Rhode Islanders got in trouble for refusing the refusing the refugees. You mean the illegal immigrants? Illegal migrants? Everybody wants beachfront property, right, Steve? Exactly. Yes. Stop looking at my pole shift. Hmm. I'm an islander surrounded by drawbridges. Buses can't cross. Wow. My stone is not yellow. Okay. All right, Temperance. Yep. We're all exactly where we're supposed to be. I'm not moving. I'm not moving for anybody. I'm in a pretty good place at the moment. If there's marauding hordes, they got to come up 11 stairs. They're not going to want to do that. My city actually is one of the cities that has refused to do any of the compliance things. So I don't think we're going to be going along with anything that they want. So it's a good place to be. I'd rather make my stand. In this fight, guys, make your stand where you are. Because
That's
they'll come
right.
and get you. They'll come and get you later.
But you do have a point, after 7 flights of stairs or whatever, you're going to be going, what are we up here for?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
just out of breath, even the best of them. So, yeah, you just got to hope for the best.
Check. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Cool. So I don't know.
Yeah, something happened there. I don't know what. Oh. Yeah, time for me to wolf down a timbit. You guys can't see that. They're secret. It's like a secret ceremony for Canadians only.
Does it have syrup involved? Oh, speaking of, I'm making. You probably won't like this because I think you like your pancakes thick, if I'm remembering correctly. But I made Swedish pancakes last night, and they were
Mhm.
delicious. But they're super thin. They're crepey. Yeah, just for those.
Yeah, I make mine real thick.
Yeah,
That way they'll soak up more butter and more syrup.
I get you. Well, our household likes the crepies,
Yeah.
but yes, but I do always spend the extra money and get authentic Canadian maple syrup.
Well, that is the key to a good pancake.
It is, and butter.
People will say that Maine syrup is good. It's not. It's not Canadian.
No.
So,
No,
sorry.
a lot of the syrup that they sell down here is Fako. It's just corn syrup with coloring stuff. You have to
Oh
spend it.
yeah, just the corn syrup and with flavoring. Yeah,
Yeah. I won't name names, but the cheapo stuff. But you
yeah.
have to spend at least here, I would say a good $10 to $12 on a small bottle of good maple syrup from Canada. And I do, because there is a difference. Just saying. But we tried Swedish pancakes last night, and it was a hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yellowstone, a threat, definitely Tex-Mex. They don't even have to throw a nuke in it. They can just use one of their earthquake weapons and hit it with that. That's why I think they tested on Syria. I think that Syria was just a test. Go pick the flower. Hi, Susie Q. Yeah, make the best of it, right? But we have to put out the energy and talk about it. That way the energy goes out to the ether, and the 100th monkey effect can happen. So it's important to pay attention to these things. They're not positive things, but I think they can become positive. Yeah, it's interesting. My chat on my side, I've got 2 chats now.
Right.
They're at different times.
Oh, yeah, they're a little off. a smidgy. Not bad
Yeah.
for me here. It's
Mine's
pretty
way
right
off.
on.
Mine's far off. Humans need to be reminded about that. Your mic's just your mic's out.
Mic check, mic check.
Better.
Yeah, I was saying my one is also doing the same thing, but it keeps on repeating back to like 20 minutes and then going again, then repeating back to 20 minutes. It's looping. Looping. But luckily I'm watching it on the big screen now, so I can see it. But on my phone it's looping, but on the TV I can see what's going on.
Yeah, it's weird. Yellowstone is a world ender. Huh? Well, North America for sure, at least a good portion of it. But the winds will predominantly head towards me. I'm about 2,000 miles away from it. I'll be in the ash zone, they think, which means I'll
Ash
get
zone.
probably ash zone. So where I'll just get ash, I won't be in the pyroclastic flow area. That's probably going to be about 50 miles out to 100 miles. And then there's the heavy ash that'll blow my way. Most of it will be out around 1,000 miles. And then by the time it gets to me, I might get up to a foot of ash or something, but wouldn't be too bad. At least that's the predictions they give, but that's their computer models, right? We know their computer models are often wrong. That's what they're using to say all this, get money out of us, actually. We pay carbon tax now in Canada. That made everything more expensive.
Darn them.
Yeah.
Boy, they're really putting the screws to Canada, and I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Here they have a little harder time because one of the good things about the schizophrenia of all these states is that it's a little harder to chip at. But man, Canada, I've been watching your schools are hit, taxes. Everybody woke up and found out what Trudeau really is.
People's mortgage rates up here have doubled.
And it's super expensive. Your homes are just like unbelievable. They're $1 million homes, and that's what they start at.
Like these are people that have been in a house for since before this pandemic started. Their rates are doubling, right? So they were paying like $1,500 a month. Now they're having to pay like $3,000 for their mortgages.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It has doubled.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're pricing them out of the homes.
Yeah, and that change just came about a month, 2 months ago. So in about another month or so, we're going to see a whole whack of mortgages defaulted on.
Yeah.
So we're going to have huge mortgage defaults coming.
They're pushing you out of your homes.
That will crash. That will be another kind of a crash. Add to the downfall of the dollar. So it might be the push for their digital system with that.
Yeah, I was talking earlier on my show. I heard from our state representative. He came and visited us, and we went down and listened to what he had to say. He told us that on the border, they're giving the migrants cash cards, little EBT type cash cards, but they are considered digital currency because they do indeed track everything they do and where they go and spend it. It tracks them.
Yeah. Yep.
So he said, beware, because if it works on them, eventually they're going to implement it on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're testing it right now.
Yeah, they're getting more in Canada. They're getting $2,000 a month free rent, and some of them, in some cases, are even getting food. Average Canadians on ODSP, like those that have disabilities, are getting around $1,200 a month.
Wow, that's a lot. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They do that here too. They're catering.
And in New York, they're getting $10,000.
Probably.
Yeah. So you get 4 or 5 people in a family. Who's going to be buying houses? They are, because they're getting, enough money to pay for a mortgage
Yeah, they're rolling them
at
into
$4,000
the
or
system.
$5,000 a month.
They're absolutely rolling them right into the system.
So they're going to get the benefits of that. They're probably all purchasing houses, and they can pay them off in short order. Now there's the other end of that a lot of that money is probably being scooped and scammed. A lot of these people are stuck in deals with the government where the government takes their money. So it's a Ponzi scheme in effect. In some cases, they're just taking the money back. Some of them are taken by the cartels and have to give their money over to them. It's a big mix of what's being done to them. But yeah, the benefits, if you can make it in, the Chinese have it much better than the South Americans. They don't have as much threats on them. They're let in freely and left. They even come through a different way. So
Well, of course, it's
yeah,
it's the Biden, operandi.
yeah,
He loves the Chinese, apparently, according to the new documents. I don't know
he
what's going
sold
on.
you guys out for maybe 50 million, I bet.
Oh, easy.
You know,
Sometimes they
not
sell us
that
out
much, and
just for
it's
the
and it's
thrill
fiat
of it.
money, right? They can just print it, so
Yes.
it doesn't
Get whatever
mean
they want.
anything at the end of the day.
Nope.
They could just take it away in the blink of an eye. So yeah, it's not money; it's numbers on a screen, right, Scotty?
Hey, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you guys.
All right.
Hey, thanks,
Okay.
Lyndon. Love
Thanks for
talking
dropping
with
up.
you. Looking forward to your next show.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've got a little treat for you guys on the next show anyway. So yeah,
All right.
make sure you're there.
If there's anything you want
Yeah.
you want to post in chat for people to watch or link up with you, that would be good too. Before you're out of here,
Sorry, one more time. Volume
post
was
your
low.
last video in chat. That way people can hook up to you there. There's a lot of people that liked what you were talking about. So.
Okay, cool.
GoFundMe
Okay.
Mexico border crossing, please. Yeah, I wish I could go to the States and get. I'm right across the road from New York. Could I just throw away my ID, walk across, and say I'm an immigrant and I need money? I get $10,000 a month too. That would be awesome, right?
That would be a good plan. Think about it.
I'm just across the road from it.
No, seriously, all the Canadians that are losing their homes with all this crap going
That's a
on,
great idea.
just come over here.
That's a great idea. We should invade New York. New York's
I
already
think
very
so.
unhappy with all these migrants coming up.
Yeah,
All
it's
these
your
illegal
time.
immigrants. Maybe we should.
It's-
Yeah, maybe Canada should just make an exodus into
Yeah.
the U.S.
Same here.
We'd outnumber the immigrants. That's for sure. Not that
Absolutely. And you would be welcome with open arms.
there's like 27. There's 27 million of us all told. So, the majority of them are in the area where I live, right by New York. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right off the hook. Come on over. That's the way to do it.
Good stuff.
No, they'd send me back. I don't think they'd let me. I'd have to change my accent, I think.
Oh, easy. Just keep practicing that, lower slang, dude.
Yeah. No, Klaus Schwab sent me. Klaus Schwab, he sent me.
That's right. There you go. Yes, the key words.
Yeah.
Give them, yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
my
know
goodness.
English. Klaus Schwab sent me. Klaus Schwab sent me.
Oh, that is funny. Well, I have to bounce too myself. I've been sitting here and
it is dinner time here.
it is. I got 3 things lined up as soon as I open this door. Well, thank you so much, Max,
All right.
for having me up, and
thanks for coming.
yeah, and London being here and chat. You guys are so funny. I adore you. So I'll check you guys all out later.
Thanks for coming,
Likewise.
G. Thanks
Peace
for
out.
coming, London. You
Cheers,
guys
Max.
always add to the chat. Love having you
Peace to the
guys.
chat.
Talk to you later. Okay, guys, that's the end. We'll see you next time. We'll see you in class tonight. Until then, you can keep your third eye open or closed. It's up to you. I think it opens better, but you can use your intelligence and your intuition. Bye-bye. Join us in chat for a short video tonight. Make sure to comment and win. Awesome, Nina. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Yep, show tonight. Definitely.